When you're brand new to Kajabi and not that familiar, it's hard to figure out which plan you should get. So I'm going to talk through each of the plans and all the features of each, as well as a few hacks so you can stay on the cheapest plan possible. And I'll tell you how to upgrade or downgrade inside each plan. So these are the plans right here: Kickstarter, Basic, Growth, and Pro. I'm actually not going to talk about Pro at all in this video because most likely you're going to start with one of these three. My personal suggestion is to not start with Kickstarter for a couple reasons I'll get into later. I actually suggest starting at Basic, and then when you're ready, move up to Growth. Now you might be thinking, well, I'm going to have 15 products, so I should start with Growth. And actually, you could just start with Basic and with one click, upgrade to Growth when you're ready, when you finally have that fourth product ready. So you can go as many months as possible at this lower level before you need to upgrade. And when you upgrade, nothing changes with your website except for additional products are now available for you to use. So it's not going to change anything if you start here and then move up here later. Now let's say you start here and want to downgrade. That's totally fine too. So to downgrade, you just email support@kajabi.com and they would just move you from Growth to Basic. And what it would do, let's say you have 4 products, it won't let you downgrade until you delete one of your products. So it's like you make sure that nothing's going to be disturbed before you go ahead and move down. But it's no problem to move between the stages if you want to do something like that. And you can see I've outlined how many contacts you can have in each. So these are not customers. These are not paying people who've purchased your products. Instead, these are like emails that are in there. So you can have up to 250 emails inside this plan, which is not very many, which is another reason why I suggest starting with Basic. You can start with up to 10,000 contacts. And if you have more than 10,000 contacts, there's no way around it. You're going to have to move up to the Growth plan. And up here in Pro, you can have up to 100,000. And let's say you go beyond that. You're thinking in the future, you're going to go beyond 100,000 contacts. It's no problem. You can pay a little bit extra to actually get the Pro plus whatever else you'd like to add on to it. So thinking down the line, it's not a problem to expand beyond what's on this list as well. So let's talk about the products. So in Kickstarter, you can have one product and one community, and that's probably going to be a course and a community, or a coaching and community. So in Basic, you can have up to 3 products, and in Growth, you can have up to 15. Now I want to show you some hacks to kind of get around some of that. So here are products that Kajabi offers, the course. There's not really a way around that. If you're going to have one course here and one course here, and you only want people to have access to the first one, you can't combine them without people seeing everything in that course. So if you have 2 courses, it's going to have to be 2 products. So there's no way to kind of get around. There's no hack for using less products on multiple courses. And then community. In a community in Kajabi, you can have, for example, a paid group, a free group, and then a VIP group. That would actually be 3 products in Kajabi's eyes. So every time you have a different group inside your community, that's a new product. So there's not really a way around that. One cool thing that Kajabi does give you is unlimited downloads. So you can have a page with, for example, 100 PDFs on it, and people click each of them and add it to their cart and then go to checkout. You can have as many of those downloads as you want. And whenever they go to their library, they'll see all the downloads in there. So that's kind of cool. That's unlimited. And podcasts, they do offer a podcast feature where you can host it inside Kajabi, and it'll, put it out to Spotify and Apple. But if you want to save one of your products and instead get something like Libsyn or something, it's probably a lot cheaper to host it on Libsyn and then just have it on a landing page in Kajabi. This way you're saving one of your products. Let's say you have 3 courses already, you want to add a podcast. Rather than paying the additional fee between these 2, I think Libsyn would be a lot cheaper. So coaching groups, I'm talking about group coaching, not one-to-one here. So with group coaching, you can do actually live coaching inside your course. So you can go live inside the course and it'll record it and put the recording in there. So you can save another product from creating a coaching group, and instead just create a course and have coaching inside of it. You can also do meetups inside your community. So instead of having a coaching group, you just have a community where you go live there every week, month, whatever. So that could save a product. Also, same with one-to-one and coaching, group coaching, you can do those over Zoom and not use a product. So what somebody would do would be come to Kajabi, your sales page, and then go to checkout. They pay for the coaching. And then on the thank you page, it would just say, here's the link to schedule. And then you send them an email that said, here's the link to schedule. So you don't have to do coaching inside Kajabi. You can do it on Zoom and save a product. If you do use it inside Kajabi, it does have the live feature where you can go live with your group or one-to-one, and you can record it and put the recordings in there and everything. So that is an option, though, if you want to use one of your products for that. Now, keep in mind, if you have, let's say, one-to-one coaching for 30 minutes of 5 sessions, that is one product. But if you had 30 minutes of 10 sessions, that's actually a different product. So every time you have a different package, that's a different product in Kajabi's eyes. And then they do offer the newsletter feature, but this is more, if you're going to use the newsletter product as one of your products, then that's more of a paid thing. So it would be like behind a paywall where they can access all past issues, etc. But that doesn't stop you from being able to just email your whole list and say, here's my weekly newsletter. And you don't have to use a product for that. So think about which of these you want to do, and then maybe an alternative way, and decide, should you be on basic or growth based on how you're using these products. And you can have as many offers as you want, by the way. So you can have one offer that's just the course. You can have one offer that's a course and community. So these are products, and offers are like the money that you're asking in exchange to receive these products. So you can bundle these however you want. And there's no limit on the number of bundles you can create based on your products. So something else you might want to look at when trying to decide between the different levels of Kajabi is affiliates. Now, people think, well, I want to offer an affiliate program, so I need to be on the growth because it's not available in Kickstarter or Basic. And you actually can sort of do a workaround. So in Kajabi, there is an affiliate backend area, and here's a little snapshot, and you can see how people can sign up under your affiliate link, and then they'd receive like 20% of sales if they sell from your particular sales page. So they can come in here and see how many transactions they've had. They can grab links to all your sales pages in here, and it'll attribute the sale to them if they use the special link in here. So that's how the back-end affiliate program works. But if you want to just stay on the basic plan and still offer affiliates, what you can do is just set up a special coupon just for that affiliate. So you give me something like Virginia 100, and that would be every time I gave this coupon to somebody, they would save 20% on the sales page. And I know that every time somebody used that code, that you'll attribute that sale to me. So that's sort of a way you can get around not joining the affiliate growth plan area. Now, this is the main reason why I suggest not using Kickstarters, because custom domain is not available in Kickstarter. So let's say you just started a community and you want to advertise on Instagram. Now, you're probably going to want to put your website in there so people can click on it and go to the community to buy it. But this, because you can't customize a domain and you're in Kickstarter, it would look something like this. And people would be like, what is that? That doesn't look very professional. So that's the whole reason why I suggest not getting Kickstarter. This is what your website looks like when you first get it and you haven't connected your custom domain to it. So they automatically give you this URL. It'll be the name of your website, whatever. And then if you have a sales page, there might be a little more after this. But if you're going to give out this name, it's not very professional. So if you can just move up to basic, you'd have a professional domain that you can connect it to. You do need to go out and buy your own domain. It's like $25 a year or something, and then connect it to Kajabi. Kajabi doesn't themselves sell domains. but this is the initial domain they do give you that you probably want to customize. I want to mention I am affiliate for Kajabi, and they are offering through my affiliate link 3 months for $99, and the link is right below the video if you haven't yet gotten onto Kajabi. If you're watching outside this window, you can still get a 30-day free trial, and that link will be below the videos as well. So next is admins. How many admins can you have? So let's say you just got Kajabi and you're trying to figure out how to use it, and you went to Upwork and you're trying to find someone to help you with the platform. Actually, it's what I do. And the thing is that you can't add anybody on if you're on Kickstarter. It's just you. You can't have someone else, and you don't want to give out your password to your website because it's probably going to be connected to your bank account so you can collect payment, right? If I have your password and I go to log in, I have access to all that. You probably don't want anyone else to have access to your bank account except you. So I wouldn't go around giving out your password to anyone. You do want to move up to the basic, and you can just have one admin help you out if you're on the basic plan, and that way they can have their own login. Next, one of the things in the list of what Kajabi has at the different levels, they call it custom branding. And people read that and they think, well, I can't brand my website. It's not true. What it is that from the growth plan and the pro plan, so not on Kickstarter or basic, they'll have a little Kajabi, powered by Kajabi in the footer. That's all it is. So that's what they mean by custom branding. They mean you can take that off if you want, but really, who cares? That's not a reason to move up to growth. Also, you can do a little hack where you can make the footer a particular color, and then that little powered by Kajabi thing, you can make it the same color and it'll just blend in. So there's a hack to get rid of that if you really want it gone. If you wanted more than one website, you will have to move up to Pro. Kickstarter, Basic, and Growth all have just one website. So if you have 2 businesses, you would need to move up to Pro because it's either 1 with these or 3 with this. There's not really a 2. But a hack you could use would be if you have a second domain name, you can drive it to a particular landing page on Kajabi and then just change the header so the logo to that other business is there, and all your pages would just follow suit. So that's sort of a hack you can use around it. It would be you're kind of forwarding that domain to this landing page. But in Kajabi, you can only hook up 1 custom domain. So I already talked about the number of contacts you can have. I did want to talk about this, third-party integrations. One of the things on the list is, if this matters to you, third-party integrations. So maybe you're using some other platforms and you want to work with Kajabi. And one of the things mentioned, I think it might be on Growth, I'm not sure, is third-party integrations. And you might be thinking, well, that means I can't connect Kajabi to other stuff, and it's not true. You can always use the platform Zapier to connect Kajabi to a lot of other platforms. So what they offer with the third-party integrations is there's this one area where you can easier, I guess, they made it a little easier to hook up other platforms, and that's all it is. You don't really need that. You can always use Zapier to connect your Kajabi with other platforms. But Kajabi really is supposed to be an all-in-one platform and should pretty much offer you everything you need at the beginning of your business. Don't forget about the 3 months for $99, link below the video. If it's outside the window, there's still a 30-day free trial link below. And you might be interested in some of the past videos I created. A little more advanced, but you might find some benefit from it. Otherwise, feel free to reach out. I help people on the Kajabi platform.